Hello everyone, this is Kuroda coming at you, giving you game 1 in a series. This is going to be a series between Fly and Tho, also known as Samdan, here on, oh my goodness, I forgot the name of the map, Last Refuge 1.3, that's right. Last Refuge 1.3, as we now see Tho spawning as the pink human player on the top right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, he will be going up against Fly over here on the bottom left. It looks like it is going to be your standard Archmage versus Blade Master matchup. How can I predict that? Well, I really can't. 9 times out of 10, I am right. And if you make a guess 9 times out of 10, well, you just look smarter than you really are if you constantly get it right. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down as things get underway. Archmage will be popping on out of here in just a moment, as it is going to go ahead and try to do some very, very fast creeping. Shouldn't have a problem creeping out this 3-3-3 creep camp, and then may even try and continue to creep out either the mercenary camp or even try and establish a very early expansion. That is what human players are known for, as the Blade Master quickly comes in, decides to sell his Scroll of Town portal, pick up a Circlet of Nobility for +2 damage, plus 30 mana, and, well, 50 additional hit points. Now, what's going to be happening over here as the Militia now backing off, Archmage going after the Grunt here, and he is not continuing this Militia creep as I originally thought. He is also not training up any more peasants back at home, so I don't believe he's going to be trying to do any sort of quick expansion. He may actually be trying to get to a very fast tier 2 and then maybe trying to shut down his opponent with perhaps a Beastmaster. That is also a very, very common strategy that Archmages and Beastmasters like to put together. They're able to get to tier 2 relatively quickly and then punish the Orc base, which is relatively weak. Those buildings are very, very vulnerable to piercing damage. On top of that, Orc burrows need to be repaired and also be manned by peons in order for them to be effective defensive units. Keep already being upgraded. Meanwhile, Stronghold already halfway. So Fly very, very fast out of the gate and trying to get to tier 2. And that is going to be extremely important. If he can get a tech advantage or perhaps buy himself time to be able to build up more and more units, that is going to be the important factor here, as the Archmage may try to come in right there. Nope, not going to come in right there. And you can see that the Water Elemental quickly taken down, being pretty much poked to death by by those very, very defensive Orc burrows, as the Blade Master now continuing the chase after that Archmage. Now, Blade Master does have Boots of Speed, will be able to get in front of that Archmage. Nope, decides not to break Windwalk in front of him. Ends up doing it behind him, as we now see the Blade Master and the Archmage once more running for the hills. Alright, let's take a look back down over here. Not quite sure whose ward that is. Archmage now making their way back off to the north. Blade Master gets another Windwalk strike, 40 bonus damage. As we are looking at what is this? All of these footmen now making their rounds. All right, let's take a look. Keep about 2/3 of the way done. Stronghold is already completed. I don't see another hero yet, which does come as a bit of a surprise. Why isn't there an additional hero if you are doing that fast of a tech? And you are now pretty much not spending any of your gold on anything. So all that time where he was upgrading the Stronghold relatively quickly, he is now wasting all of that additional early effort by not really getting any tier 2 units. Blade Master now being pretty much almost taken down there. Has to be very careful. You can see now the Shadow Hunter is being trained, but I wonder if the War Mill could have been delayed for a faster Shadow Hunter. I think that was the more important unit at that time. Getting more experience is extremely, extremely important, as a bunch of grunts are going to surround, have a little bit of a welcome party for this poor footman, as that footman now trying to get away. It looks like it may be able to. All right, Blade Master may be able to get in. Oh, no, not going to be able to get in a strike onto that footman there, as the grunts quickly catch up. Meanwhile, Fly being forced to chase after all of these low hit point footmen, as the Blade Master is still in a bit of trouble. Down to 84 hit points, but did use a healing salve, so that damage will be brought back in momentarily. Meanwhile, the Mountain King also being added as well. Arcane Sanctums being added, so this is not your typical Beastmaster tier 2 push. And I like this call and this reaction by the Archmage and by Tho. Tho perhaps thought that his opponent would already be done with this Bestiary and this Spirit Lodge based on the timing of that Stronghold. But little did he know, he just went for that Stronghold, perhaps to feign faster tech, and then just really started training up a good number of grunts behind it. There's 3 grunts there, and there may be more. Nope, no additional grunts being trained, but still not too shabby. Blade Master, Mountain King, Archmage, Shadow Hunter, all of those heroes now out on the field. Mountain King looking for some easy targets to pick off. Meanwhile, the Shadow Hunter wants to get to level 2, so it has Healing Wave, but perhaps more importantly, it also has Hex. Healing Wave, very important, but Hex is perhaps equally as important at being able to shut down a hero. The Hex also makes it easier for a Blade Master to finish off a unit, since it does effectively slow a unit as it is trying to escape. Alright, Archmage wandering around on the inside here. Fly really not concerned about that illusion, and why would you be? As you know, it isn't going to deal any damage. Also, Sorceress currently stuck between a peasant and a tree. Priests are now out on the field, and that priest almost getting taken out by that Blade Master. The Blade Master pretty much caught him in open field, as the Mountain King now going to go ahead and try and engage here. Now the priest and the Sorceress need to join up with this Archmage. Mountain King could perhaps use a Stormbolt to finish off the Ogre Magi. Not quite sure why he did it. You always want to consider doing that if you know that a Blade Master could be nearby. Also, with that Brilliance Aura, the Mountain King would have regenerated mana rather quickly and rather easily. Meanwhile, back down over here, Spirit Link now cast across multiple units, and a lot of that damage will be mitigated once more. So far, Archmage, Footman now engaging here, Priest healing back the rest of this Footman army, and this does look like a long-term army coming in from Tho, but we still don't see an expansion as of yet. Spellbreaker is very useful, Sorceress very useful at slowing down that Blade Master. Even if you use a speed scroll, you do affect the attack speed pretty significantly, and if you can slow down the attack of the highest damage dealer on the other army, that is a lot of damage mitigation. Archmage picking up Slippers of Agility. Mountain King, I believe, still... Oh, no, just now got to level 2. 200 experience right on the dot, as we may be looking at an upcoming fight here in just a moment. Blade Master, however, looking and taking this opportunity to go after the Ogre Magi. Not very good use of the creeps, though. Just now getting to level 2. May sell that Wand of Mana Stealing for Potion of Invulnerability or Scroll of Healing, as those items are generally much more useful on that Blade Master. Blade Master, not very much in need of mana, but the Shadow Hunter, however, could use that Wand of Mana Stealing. Let's take a look at this. Back over here, Potion of Invulnerability should perhaps be given to the Blade Master. Blade Master now off to the north, going to go after the remaining units here, and there you have it, taking down that Ogre Magi. Sorceress, Priest, Mountain King, Footman, all of them are now coming over here. Blade Master, he realizes that he is perhaps in a sticky situation now, ready to go, and we can see a little bit of a fight now getting underway. Healing Wave bouncing across all of the Orc units, as the Kodo Beast now looking to back off here. Kodo Beast taking a fair bit of piercing damage, but still able to retreat. Back over here, we see Fly sitting at 50 over 50 supply. Meanwhile, Tho is sitting at 54 over 54. He is in low upkeep, and that's perhaps the worst possible place to be in. 51 over 60 is the absolute worst, but 54 over 60 not going to help him out all too much. Archmage now at level 3 with level 2 water elementals, and both of these guys are really not engaging against each other. I'm not quite sure why we haven't seen that first real battle as of yet. Blade Master now taking this opportunity to clear out some more of that creep camp. Blade Master now sitting at level 3. Shadow Hunter sitting at level 3. That Shadow Hunter has a lot of mana. Wand of Mana Stealing transferred to him as well. Meanwhile, Scroll of Healing, Gloves of Haste on that Blade Master, but the Blade Master didn't get the necessary plus damage items that he normally wants to see. All right, let's go ahead and take a look around. There's that Blade Master again, testing the waters up front. Scouts out. Oh, no, does not scout out that Water Elemental. Water Elemental is invisible, so making it very difficult. You'd think that if a Grunt felt an invisible wall of water hit him in the stomach, that he can't walk around, that he would let his superiors know that, hey, perhaps there is an invisible unit here. But then again, the Orcs haven't really been communicating all that well. They have communication issues with upper management, like so many armies. Anyways, Archmage and Mountain King now rolling on out. Blade Master is nearby. Dust of Appearance could be... Nope. There is an ensnare as the Spellbreaker now comes in. All right, Blade Master goes straight after some units, and now he is looking to back off. There goes another... There goes that Priest. Another Spellbreaker could get taken down, but the Thunder King, the Mountain King coming in with a Thunderclap. Dizziness doing a fair bit of damage mitigation with that slow as the Mountain King gets in a second Thunderclap. Mountain King still looking pretty strong. Potion of Invulnerability. We could see another Thunderclap there, and that Thunderclap just slowing down so many units, and that is perhaps what is the issue. The Archmage now finally out of mana. The Mountain King out of mana as well. He's going to try and engage up against that Blade Master. Blade Master, Mountain King dodges death by a hair. Split second difference, and the Mountain King will live to fight another day. 58/72 compared to 59/60. Fly still has plenty of gold, but hasn't really spent it. Meanwhile, Tho, pretty much out of gold now, needs to figure out a way to beef up his army so that he's not forced to just check out of a fight that's going bad. Ogre Lord currently just tanking or trying to take down that Water Elemental. Water Elemental will get taken down, no problem. Ogre Magi now down. Mountain King quickly uses Dust of Appearance, make sure that there's no additional units. Mountain King now picking up a Medallion of Courage, +6 strength or +4 strength and intelligence. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Brain and bronze for that Mountain King, giving him more mana, more hit points, and more damage per attack. All right. Blade Master now heading off to the north once again. Meanwhile, down over here, Mountain King, Spellbreakers now ready once more. What is going to be happening? The Archmage now heading back off to the north. We could see a little bit of damage being absorbed here as Peasants now falling, but this looks like the perfect opportunity to try and protect those Peasants by engaging and distracting against Fly's army, but that does not happen. Shadowhunter ends up getting to level 4 now, as the Archmage Mountain King now need to defend their base against the upcoming swarm of units. All right, Blade Master may try and crash this party. Is it going to work? Mountain King not turning around for a Stormbolt. I would have expected the Blade Master to take a Stormbolt and then completely drained of mana through those Spellbreakers, but that just is not happening. There is a critical strike once more. Another Spellbreaker getting ensnared, and Tho is not playing this that well. If he keeps on losing units one at a time, that is going to end up hurting, but Blizzard could turn things around. And I don't mean the company. Blizzard slowing things down so much. Are we going to perhaps get an ensnare? No ensnare. The now Spirit Link coming back in. Spellbreakers. Priest. There is an ensnare now down as the Blade Master trying to finish off the Archmage. Archmage ends up taking a little bit of damage. Archmage, no way to get the heck out of dodge. And there is the GG. Fly taking game number 1. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1 in the series between Fly and Tho. Please stay tuned for game number 2.